Hey guys, it's Darren, the host for Mobile Reviews 8.ca, and today I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you shouldn't get the Apple Watch. Now, I've been using a plethora of smart devices. I've got a Moto 360, a Samsung Galaxy Gear S, a Fitbit Surge, as well as a Pebble Classic. And I'm not coming at this from being an Apple fanboy, an anti-fanboy, or Android fanboy. I'm just a guy who really likes technology. So out of all these things, I've definitely got an opinion about each one of them. For the Apple Watch, I've done an ultimate review for it. So if you want to know exactly what I think about it, do check the YouTube annotations or the YouTube cards. The I will bring you to that link, or you could click on the link in the description section below. So let's get started. Reason number 1. It only works with the iPhone. So we all know that Apple stuff generally only works well with other Apple stuff. That shouldn't be a surprise, but with this Apple thing, it only works specifically with a very few Apple products. So you can't tether it to an iPod Touch, you can't tether it to your iPad or a Mac or an iMac or a MacBook Pro. You can only tether it to an iPhone. It has to be an iPhone 5 or newer. Now there's a technical reason for it. It uses all the sensors of your iPhone, so the Apple Watch needs something that's a little more recent, I guess, but still, it only works for that tiny part of Apple products. Reason number 2, the screen is tiny. Now we know Apple has always had a size problem. You know, with the iPhone 5, it just said, hey, we got a bigger screen, but it's taller, not wider. And now the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus are these massive, gigantic things that kind of go against what they were saying a couple of years ago. So, you know, the screen on this thing, it's a 42 millimeter, it's kind of tiny, especially when you compare it to the Galaxy Gear, which is almost twice the size, and the Moto 360 itself is probably a good 20% bigger than the Apple Watch. So you've got this tiny, teeny little screen. It's kind of cute. Reason number 3, the battery life sucks. This is one of the things that I feel pretty strongly about, is that the battery life on your Apple Watch is absolute crap. It's got a day and a bit. There's so many things I have to plug in already, and it's the Apple Watch, I still have to plug it. Okay, my apologies, I don't plug it in, I put it on the wireless charging puck, but I still have to charge it. And to make matters worse is that the wireless charging puck isn't actually wireless compatible, cheap compatible chargers that you can buy, you know, from Best Buy. Now, the Moto 360 charger and the Apple Watch charger are kind of interchangeable, which is kind of nice. If you're a normal person, why would you have both of them? I'm going on a short trip. What happens if I forgot the cable? Well, I get to use my watch for one day, and then it's a little brick for the remainder of the trip. Really nice, Apple. Reason number 4, it's not cheap. It's an Apple product, you're gonna be paying a premium for it. There is not a cheap Apple product, I don't think. Now, is it worth paying the $500 in order to get this thing that, you know, by itself is kind of useless without an iPhone? But there's all these little things that if you were to get it, you will be so pleasantly surprised, especially when compared to some of these other watches. Those are the first 4 reasons, and I guess battery life one might be a little higher than the other 3. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe. I produce content 2 to 3 times a week, so there's a lot of stuff coming out. There's iPhone case reviews, there are a lot of smartwatch reviews and all the accessories like the Spigen Apple Watch thing I'm going to be reviewing, and it's awesome. It just flies off. Click subscribe, you won't be disappointed. Reason number 5, and this is the one I feel most strongly about. It's a watch, but it's not. A normal watch is timeless. The Apple Watch has an expiry date. It's a piece of consumer electronics, so the next time Apple releases the next Apple Watch, this thing is kind of useless. It's done. There's not a lot left for it. So, you know, you spent 18 grand on a Rolex, and in 50 years you give it to your grandkid or kid or whatever. That's going to be worth more than the 18 grand you pay for. But if you buy one of those 18K gold Apple Watches, that thing in about a year is not going to be worth 18K. So it's one of those things. I've always thought of a watch as an investment. You spend a lot of money on a nice watch, and it's timeless. With the Apple Watch, it's got an expiry date. It's going to be useless. So those are the 5 reasons that I think you should not get an Apple Watch. Now, if you could get over those 5 reasons, I do think that the Apple Watch, you will thoroughly enjoy it. I'm a real big fan of the Apple Watch, especially after using all these other types of devices Apple has done. It's not the Galaxy Gear S, this one is like a little smartphone on your wrist, whereas in Moto 360 is literally just a step above a normal watch. And kind of the same with the Pebble Classic. Your Fitbit Surge is kind of in its own class because it's a fitness super watch, which a lot of the stuff that this thing does, the Apple Watch will do as well. I like it. I'm going to keep wearing it. In fact, I'm going to keep wearing all of these at one point during the week because, you know, I'm addicted to technology. I think it's a sickness. So do check out my website for the other smartwatch reviews. If you are interested in knowing what I thought about the Apple Watch, do check out that review. The link again is in the little eye in the top left-hand corner. I am Aaron the Ho. You can find me on Google+, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Website's right there. It's on my t-shirt. Thanks for watching.